It's the Red River Farm Network Crop Tour presented by Pioneer. We're on the road to Fosston, Minnesota, beginning our day with Matt Larson from Larson Seed and Agronomy. Ken Hovey with us as well. We're going to bring him into the conversation. Matt, let's start things off by just talking a little bit about this year. How did things start off?
We're about like everybody else was. It was a fairly late season. We got started in May and we got well into June or the end of June before we actually got finished up with planting.
Give me an idea as far as how this crop looks today.
Crop is variable. The soybeans look pretty good. The corn is a little bit more variable than that, and we're going to need some heat here going into fall to get this thing finished.
Ken, you've been through this more than once. How would you describe this growing season?
I think we got to decide that the weather is in control of everything. But no, it's way better now than I thought it was looking earlier.
Yeah, so what kind of maturity are we looking at as far as corn in this footprint?
Most of the corn, we're going to hit 78 to 80 day is going to be the bulk of it. We're going to get as low as a 73 day and probably as high as up to about an 85 day.
And we've got a beautiful plot here. We're going to talk a little bit more about your facility here in a bit. You've got some corn. I got to say, you got some length to these cobs, and it looks like we're far along as well.
Yeah, the corn's doing well. We're denting now. This is a new 82 day that came out this year. This is going to be a pretty impressive hybrid for us going forward. We're going to have a new 78 day coming forward as well. It looks like it's going to do very well for us. And the bulk of the corn, I say it would be our 80-48 is going to be the big one for us going next year as far as volume goes.
Soybeans, what's the season been like there? Any issues with the beans?
The beans look really well. It's been surprising as late as we got in how well the beans are doing. They're standing well, they're potting well. The big one for us again is going to be the 04 A98. That thing is just a monster. It looks great. And we do have a new 04 in the Z series. It's the 04 Z49. And that side by side with the 04As looks very, very good. And it's going to be interesting to see how the yield comes off.
And you get that little extra oomph, whether it's SCN or white mold or some of those kind of things. It gives you a little extra power there too.
Yep. The 04Zs especially, they have the cyst resistance gene where the 04As don't. So they're going to be able to go into some of those areas that we just can't go into with the 04As.
So let's talk about this facility. Maybe, Ken, let's start with you. You've been doing this for quite a while. This was this a transition year, right? Tell me about it.
Correct. Back in, I started in 1985 when the DSM at the time, Pete Ward and Don Foster from Wahpeton came and asked me if I would be considered to be a rep, and I thought about it for 10 minutes. No, but anyway, no, and I did, and so in '85 I started, and now this will be the 40th year this year, and the transition is to Matt, and he's been my associate up till now, and then today now I'm his associate, so for another year.
Tell me about those 40 years. You certainly have seen some changes, not only in the ag business, but even with Pioneer as well.
Absolutely, it's been fun. The change. Probably the big thing was when Roundup came into the picture. It changed. I remember getting questions from guys and said, "How will my corn do if I don't put Roundup on?" That's what he asked, and I said, "Well, you can try it, but that was really a big change for him."
Now you think of all the triple traits and everything else that we're looking at.
Yes. Yeah, things have changed quite a bit going forward, and it's going to be interesting to see what we have as we go forward from here.
So now you got a new facility coming on board. We're looking at the walls going up today. The rafters are going in. Tell us what's happening.
Yeah, we're putting up a new facility. I took over the agency from Ken this year, and Ken and I will be working together for another year after this for sure. And we decided to build. Ken and his son Chris were nice enough to sell us this piece of ground that sits up on top of a hill and is a pretty nice spot. So we'll have a seed warehouse here, fully automated treater, seed bins, office, cold storage. We'll have everything right on site and hope to be operational sometime this fall to at least fill the bins and have everything up and running for next spring to put seed out to everybody.
Well, things are going well. Looks like you're making excellent progress. Congratulations on the big move.
Thank you. No, it's been a good move. It's been a little bit of anxiety recently with the weather and rafters and studs up here, but everything is going well.
And Ken, obviously you're moving into a new role, but I got to tell you, it's been just a treat working with you all these years.
Well, thank you. You've always been there to just come and figure out what we're doing.
I still haven't figured it out, but we're working on it.
Oh yeah, we got some time yet.
Right.
But he'll take care of that then.
Well, again, a beautiful day. We're continuing the Red River Farm Network crop tour, again in that Fosston area with Larson Seed and Agronomy. Matt Larson with us and Ken Hovey here as well. Reporting from the Red River Farm Network, I'm Don Wick.